Good evening. I'll call this March
18th.
18th meeting of the Grafton Cable TV Oversight Committee to order. Because we're doing this by Zoom, we have to have a roll call to be sure everyone can hear and be heard. Bob Berger.
Bob Berger here.
Corson Wyman.
Corson Wyman here.
I am here. And something just came up from a message just came by from one of our members. Well,
Trying to get on.
I don't know. I
don't know what that message means.
Did you see it?
Well, I got something. It says, now there's a meeting group chat named after this meeting in team chat. Continue conversation there anytime. I don't know what that, I've never seen that before.
I have no idea. I don't know what team chat is, but I don't think it's Zoom.
Right.
Well, we move along. We have a quorum. First item, whatever that message was, it didn't stay around, and it didn't show up on my other computers, which is a little odd. So, public input. This is where the public has a chance to talk to us about things that are in our purview that are not on our agenda. Are there any?
I have nobody on Zoom.
I can tell. But none of the people who are on Zoom have any public input. All
I do
right,
not.
we'll move right along in that case. Meeting minutes.
Did everybody receive the meeting minutes?
I did.
I did. I make a motion that we approve the meeting minutes as submitted.
I need a second.
Well, I guess I can approve my own minutes. Is that it?
Well, you can move for us to
Okay.
vote.
All right. I move that we should vote.
No, he just moved. You have
Oh, sorry. I'll second it. Excuse me.
Very good. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Berger.
Berger, aye.
Mr. Wyman.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries. All right. The modular studio broadcast desk.
Yes.
Mr. Chair.
Corson found, I guess I had not read Bob DeToma's report carefully enough last time, but he told us that he went ahead and ordered it.
We're all in the same situation. I don't think any of us really read the report to the extent where we found that. And it wasn't until I was trying to be due diligence, trying to gather all the information for my report, that I came across that.
Yes, very good.
I don't know if it went through or not.
Well,
I think the chair needs to did that order go through or not?
Did what go through?
If the order went through, I think you.
Well, if you read his report this time, he says it's is expected to arrive within the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay.
Did anybody see my email that I sent out regarding that item?
Well, obviously, since I said that it was in the report.
Well, true, it was, but my question still remains: is this something the town administrator who is approving this is paying for it, or does he decide what we spend our money on?
I don't know where it's gonna get accounted for. I'm guessing that he's gonna use cable funds.
And he has the right to do that?
Yes. But there's a question of whether he should interact with the Oversight Committee about that, or about any of it. Know what, Bob, any comment on that?
I think the only way that we can budget, we can anticipate upgrades, future projects, we just need to have more interaction.
What I'm trying to interpret is what's the legitimacy of our committee if others get to decide without our intervention?
Town administrator can do what he sees as necessary or appropriate.
Even if it's not tax related
Apparently,
funds?
apparently, we have oversight of the funds, whether that means we have to approve every penny. Don't you remember that discussion at the select board? We don't,
Well, I mean,
I think we need a better clearer understanding. We're going to get to a little bit more of that as we go along here.
But I think if we as a committee decided no, we're not going to do that, and if someone else like the town administrator decides yeah, we're going to do that, that's one thing. It's another where we've done in the past where we're saying this is what would be good, and then it gets knocked down. So in this case, it's kind of the reverse of that, which I think is just very difficult to swallow.
Well, we may talk a little bit more, as I say, a little later about some of this and what happens next. In any case, apparently, Bob DeToma has ordered the desk that he wanted, and he's expecting it. So I think that pretty well covers that base. Bills. We have a input from Bob DeToma showing the bills that he signed off on and went through. Did everybody look at that?
I did.
Yes.
Any thoughts or inputs on it?
Well, my thought is back in the years past, where we had warrants and other things, we basically signed off the agreements to pay the various different bills that would come our way. And if there were some things that was subjective one way or the other, we wouldn't sign off on it. And so therefore it was one of these things where we were controlling the flow of how the money was being spent. In most cases, we basically always would sign off on it without any issues. If we get a bill from a company that produces this studio furniture and we don't sign off on it, then that becomes problematic, clearly.
No.
But again, no.
This is going through the town system with DeToma's signature.
But I mean, should he be signing off on all this stuff? That's my point.
Well, that's up to the town administrator and the Board of Selectmen, or maybe even the select board. And again, I thought that the select board said that we should have oversight of the funds, but we have no input at least as a committee, from the town administrator, who wasn't at the meeting where the selectmen, where the select persons decided about that.
I got a message from Carl where he's been trying to get connected.
We both are on the same link. All three of us got in.
What link is he using? Is he using the
don't
link that's in the agenda?
Let's see if I can respond back to him here. Says, can somebody call me? I'll just call him.
There it is again. Not a big.
Call.
I don't know where that message is coming from.
This is Carl.
Yeah, Carl, hi. It's Corson Wyman. You're having trouble trying to get in on the meeting, right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you using the are you using the no, it should be March 18th. The meeting number is on the agenda being 857-3154-8102. Is that the one you're using? Okay, all right.
What did he say?
No, the meeting ID number is 857-3154-8102.
Okay, we're gonna try it right now. I got you.
And that's in the link, in the agenda.
Does it have anything saying waiting to be connected?
Yeah.
It says connecting.
Oh, yep. Bob Berger's got you.
Oh, okay.
Should I let him in?
Thank you so much.
Yes,
He's in. His camera's off. He's got no microphone.
he's connecting to audio.
He's connecting.
Yep, he's connecting.
Now, Carl, let's hear you. If you can hear
Nope.
me, let's
Nope.
hear you.
Nope, he's still connecting. He doesn't have a microphone yet.
He's working on it.
There he
That's
goes. Kyle, sound check.
all. He has to unmute.
You're on mute. Carl, unmute.
There you go.
There you
How's
go.
that?
There you go. Good.
Can you hear me and can we hear you?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Okay.
good. We're just discussing the bills. We approved the minutes. We didn't have any public input. We talked about the fact that the modular studio broadcast desk is on order, and Bob Datona tells us that he expects it to be delivered within 2 weeks. It was approved by him and the town administrator, apparently.
Now we're discussing bills. And
Now we're looking at bills.
Corson had a conversation. I'm just gonna recap that Corson thinks all the bills should come to the committee for review prior to authorization. Now, Mr. Chair, may I speak to that?
Sure.
In the past, what we have done is we took the reoccurring bills the electric bill, the gas bill, the housekeeping bill. Things that were not significant, but they kept the studio running, and then they were same bills over and over and over again. We gave somebody permission to pay those bills. At that time, it was me, and then it turned into Bob. Tacoma, because we moved into the new studio and he was running the studio. I think that's still a good platform to run on, but what I think is the extras, like, I don't know, buying a tripod, buying a new camera, buying new microphones, things that are not part of your monthly reoccurring bills should come to this committee for discussion and approval. That's just my opinion. I wanted to just put it out there.
Yeah. Well, not sure whether now or a little further down is the place to get to that.
Okay.
I think, because we have another subject on here where that'll come up again. And, I'm thinking what we should be doing.
Okay.
All right. Treasurer's report.
Yeah, I already gave the treasurer's report for this month. You have to remember.
Yeah, I know.
This, that I'm not going to say it.
I know. Everybody knows. We don't do 2-week treasure.
We did get a check for $550 for I think that was per subscriber. That check just came in.
That's the 50 cents per subscriber each year,
That's right.
that the licensee.
You'll see that in the next month's report for the treasurer. This was just a highlight of what's coming up.
The interesting part of that is that if you multiply that by 2, you know how many subscribers they're reporting.
We have 1,100. We have about 1,100
from
Spectrum. Yeah.
Now, I don't know that I've seen the corresponding number from Verizon. But that would be a very interesting number.
It's usually between 3,000 and 4,000.
Really?
That number just pops in my head.
No, because that would say 6,000 or 8,000 subscribers, which is higher than it was. And the charter number that we just talked about is, I think, a bit lower than it used to be when I got to look at these things. So anyway, it'd be interesting to track that down, or maybe it hasn't come in yet. Brings us to budget review. We still haven't seen the budget. I don't know whether it's been discussed by the finance committee yet. But what information I think I'm aware of is that there's no money in it for buying beyond the basic salaries and operating expenses. And that's a problem. The way the state works now, we have to get town meeting to authorize the use of some chunk of funds, and that apparently is not happening right now. That strikes me as quite a problem. We won't be able to do anything next year. So this is where the question comes, what do we do? I think, well, Bob, you were going to talk to Evan, the town administrator, about this. What became of that? Let us know what became of that.
I thought we would have Mr. DeToma here to go over the new budget that was just recently submitted. That was my impression of the conversation.
Well, I guess maybe I need to write a letter to the town administrator. And maybe ask him to meet with us to sort this out. Is that the wish of the committee?
Yeah,
I'll second
And-
that.
and or if the administrator can
I'm
delegate.
having a little trouble
Mr.
hearing you.
Toma. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could use a little more volume, but
Oh, okay. So either that, or if town administrator could summons, so to speak, Mr. Natoma to attend our meeting. That would help also.
well, I think that we have to talk with him about our expectations and Mr. Thomas' expectations and his expectations. I think we have to have a little conversation about it and try to sort this out. At the select board meeting, I think it was, Bob DeToma said that when he took charge of the studio, that the then town administrator told him he was the head of a department. No one bothered to tell me. Did anybody else hear that? Bob Berger, did you hear that?
I have no idea, but you know, even if, and
No, my point is, we weren't, as far as I know, the committee was never told that he was a department head or that he had any particular role beyond the committee, like we're finding now. So that is part of what's brought us to this, and it's brought us to needing input from the current town administrator to understand where we stand, what we should expect and what we shouldn't expect.
I agree with that. We need to define everybody's roles.
Yeah, but I think we need to do it somehow with interaction with the administrator. Invite him here, or well, Berger goes back to him and communicates it
I've-
directly. Yeah, I know.
I've done everything I could do.
I think the idea, go ahead, Bob, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think I agree that he should be an attendance to one of our meetings if possible, to discuss all the financial matters associated with our committee and his role as the boss of the employees, as it were, of the station, as well as what their responsibilities are, what their duties and so forth are, to sort all that out. I think it'd be good if he could attend our meeting to clarify all of that.
Okay. I will, does anybody think that we should have a vote for me to do that? Maybe we should have a vote for me to do that.
Well, that was my motion. that
So
we should-
moved.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
second.
And it's seconded. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none. Mr. Berger,
Aye.
Mr. Wyman,
Aye.
Mr. Parisi,
Aye.
and I vote aye. Motion carries unanimously. Access activity report. We've gone over a little bit of it. Did anybody see anything in it that they want to address?
He just restates the Uniset studio desk is expected to arrive within the next 2 weeks. So he just reemphasizes that in there.
I'm not sure whether, oh, invoicing, okay, he tells us about the invoices, the bills.
Mhm.
Okay. That brings us to next meeting day. I think that the available Mondays are April 1st and April 29th. Is that right? April,
Yeah, we're meeting every other week now.
well, given that town meeting time is rushing up on us, we need to get on no, get this budget thing sorted out very soon. So
Well, could it be that the meeting date could be a bit more flexible, where we could basically agree that these dates, any one of them would be sufficient? Because of course, we're gonna have a special guest possibly next time, to finding out whether his schedule will permit the 1st or the 22nd, that sort of thing.
or maybe even some other date that I'd have to circulate with you folks if the town administrator had a date that he could meet with us that wasn't one of those two. So that might call.
Sure.
Okay,
Fine.
that brings me to, where did my checkbook go? There it is. That brings me to adjournment.
So moved.
Okay, I'll second it.
Moved and seconded. Not debatable. Mr. Berger,
Aye.
Minister Whammond,
Aye.
Mr. Greasy,
Aye.
and I vote aye. We are adjourned.